Hello and welcome to the channel, YouTube world. As always, there will be a link down in the description box in which you can click on to read the patch notes at your own leisure, hence why I call it a clink, because you can click the link. Anyways, April update. Spring has started for us. That means a tiny bit of house cleaning. No major update this month. Instead, we have some bug fixes and some under-the-hood work that we've done. We're working on bigger things at the moment and need to focus our efforts there in the near future. What this boils down to is that we haven't yet been able to address some of the bigger points of feedback from March, but we're working on it. Tweaks. Your feedback on the anniversary update has been heard, and we've made some quick changes that will help smooth out player understanding of the effects of the inventory change. And the addition of crafting. While these are small in scale, they will help with clarity. Changed the bar on the profile screen to show the stat effects as a percentage to match the crafting menu. Added a fast travel disabled message when unable to move due to being over encumbered. Added quality levels to crafted items in the profile screen to match how other items display quality level. When over encumbered, you will only be able to walk. No longer will you be able to jog at certain thresholds. Why not? Ultimately, if you carry far too much weight, you will be unable to move. When I was really fat, like 15 years ago, I was pretty much unable to move. I was permanently over encumbered. I'm actually being serious. I'm not trying to be funny there. Let's see. I got lost now in babbling about that. Increased the base carrying weight from 48 to 64. So we've gotten a little bit stronger there. We've been working out. P90X is paying off. When over encumbered, the unable to sprint message will now be shown all the time until freeing up weight. In this update, we've also taken our first steps to updating the machine behavior, primarily in combat. Much of this is beneath the surface and won't be immediately noticeable. But as you go up against the machines more, you may notice a few changes to how they approach combat, specifically a new behavior for the Harvester of Sorrows. That may surprise you. Just like with any of our other updates, please give your feedback to this update, as well as anything else in your play experience. As mentioned in our last letter from the devs, we're starting to really get into the feedback from the recent player survey, and we'll be taking all that into consideration as we move forward. Look at me talking as if I'm part of the dev team. Thank you all, and take care out there. Bug fixes, UI. Community reported fixed an issue where unequipped and re-equipping some weapons after loading a save file from previous patch caused slots in the HUD to disappear. Or an issue where ammo was not stacking and was incorrectly shown as attached in both the HUD and inventory. Or where sometimes players were unable to cycle between menu tabs using R1 and L1 on PS4. Or an issue where machine organs would sometimes stay highlighted after exiting the tech view with binoculars. I could do with a machine organ. Fixed an issue where players could get caught in a soft locked state in the menu and chat was open at the same time. Or where the detailed info for each difficulty was only shown in the settings. Or where scopes were not displaying their quality rating. Weapons. Fixed an issue where the experimental Capist would change firing modes after equipping a grenade or a medpack. No? Okay. Or where binoculars and scopes reset their view modes when a weapon was changed out. Or an issue where no impact, sound, visuals, or damage when shooting the last round in the ammo stack with the Granatgewehr into a faraway object. Yes, that was poorly pronounced. Français est ma première langue. I'm not even English. Fixed an issue where sometimes you could still use a weapon that had been dropped. I wish I could still use money that I dropped on some stuff that I bought. That would be amazing. How come these glitches can't happen in real life? Fixed an issue on consoles where your weapon would fire if you held down the trigger when using equipment. Oh, okay, I was going to say that's how it's supposed to work. Or where weapons would sometimes equip to both primary weapon slots. Or where scopes were not staying attached to the weapon when playing the reload animation. Or where the muzzle fire from secondary weapons were severely detached. from the weapon barrel, or where the electricity on the experimental KVM-59 machine gun would become detached from the weapon when sprinting. I'll just tighten it a little bit more. Machines. They're coming for you. Fixed an issue where machine corpses would sometimes despawn before players could loot them or float into the atmosphere like they were heading off to the moon. Has that been addressed? I hope not, because that shit's kind of funny. Fixed an issue where the collision box for a tank was sometimes not in sync with its animations. Fixed an issue where the friendly tick pod item would sometimes not despawn after the friendly tick spawned. World. Fixed various floating objects so they now correctly appear on the ground. Yeah, that'd be nice. You know, gravity is a thing. Or instances of doors or grass clipping into objects they shouldn't. Or where a player would be pushed backwards on the stairs after fast traveling to the Bjorntunet Hotel. General. Fixed an issue where all of a player's characters shared the same status of over-encumbered, not over-encumbered, depending on the first character they logged in with. What was that? Fixed an issue where the fanfare music wasn't playing when a challenge was completed. Or where in multiplayer, an instrument would stay on the screen if a player used an instrument emote and then logged out. Fixed a few text string issues. Known issues. Excuse me. We're highlighting a few issues below that we know are pain points, so that you know we're investigating them. See, this is what I love about these devs. It's like, known issues, we know it's there, and just the psychological fact of knowing that they know, and now we know that they know, that's enough of that, is just great. There are definitely more than are listed here, but we're looking into them. Sorry, I'm like really itchy. There is excessive fog in the South Coast region. Well, weather's dynamic. All muzzle attachments except silencers are not visually showing up on weapons when attached, but they still function properly. In rare instances, machines are visible to client players but are invisible to the host. It's gone stealth mode. Don't ask why I'm doing that. In rare instances, sprinting doesn't seem to increase movement speed. So you're doing the animation where you're running, but you're like standing still. Anyhow, the Generation Zero team. So as always, if you liked the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs down. And I'll grab your hand, put it in a wrist lock, and throw you into the river for the machines to feed off you. There's machine sharks, megalodon machine. It'll eat you. Yeah, anyhow. I'm a little bit weird, I get that. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, naturally that would be great. And if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care, boys and girls, or whatever it is you identify as, a machine, whatever. And I shall see all of you, maybe none of you, maybe some of you, in the next video. Until next time, stay happy, safe, distance, and keep on playing this great game that just keeps evolving over time. Bye for now.